All right, so we're pretty much ready to get going. All body weight workout today, but you do need something comfy to come down on the floor, hands and knees, mat. If you have a thin mat, I'd maybe even double it over since we're gonna be on our knees for a section and onto your back. So carpet works, towels work, mat works, but let's get you nice and warm before we get into it. So find some space, and we're gonna start with your jumping jacks. Arms all the way up and all the way down. And if you want low impact, just step it instead of jumping. So alternate which foot taps out to the side. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Side lunges. Stay wide, bend one knee at a time, hinge at the hips. See if you can tap the opposite foot or the knee, sending the hips back towards the wall behind you. Nice inner thigh stretch. In 3, 2, 1, kick toes, stand up tall, kick. See if you can tap the opposite foot with your hand without bending that knee or without rounding that back. So you gotta watch yourself, buddy. 3, 2, 1, skater steps. Cross it back, touch the floor or your knee with the same hand as the back leg. Both knees are bending, and we're just finding a good outer glute stretch. In 3, 2, 1, hip opener, stand up nice and tall. We're gonna open up the hip and then take it back, switch to the other leg. This guy is just all up in my space right now. Keep switching legs every single rep and keeping the body facing forward. In 3, 2, 1, squats. Feet shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. Sit back on your heels, drop the butt, chest nice and high, knees following the line of the toes. In 5, 3, 2, 1, butt kicks. Heels to your butt, little jog here, low impact version, same thing, just step it, and I want you to try to find a quad stretch, and we're gonna go deeper into that stretch in 3, 2, 1, grab your foot, bring it up to your butt, 2 or 3 seconds, then switch, same thing on the other side. Little stretch, little test of that balance, but we're keeping it moving. If you need a wall for support, use it, but if you can balance, use that. 3, 2, 1, side bends and twists. Give me a wide stance, side bend each way, stretching out those obliques, twist each way, rotating the upper body. Nice vacuum action happening in my hallway. So many things happening today. In 3, 2, 1, arm circles, big circles back. Loosen up your shoulders. A few more. And then give me some open and hugs. Alternate which arm hugs on top. Stretch out your chest and your back. 5 more seconds here, then we're gonna do 2 pulses overhead. 3, 2, stop. 2 pulses up, 1 pulse down. Really pull those arms back. So 2 pulses on the top, and then just take it down. And inchworm push-ups. Touch your toes, walk forward to a plank, give me a push-up, toes or knees, and then walk back in, stand it up, same thing again. So if you're doing your push-up on your knees, just walk it forward, drop to the knees for the push-up, and then pop to your toes to walk back in. See if you can squeeze in 1 more. In 3, 2, 1, downward dog plank, T opens. Push back to downward dog. Pull through to your plank, T opens right and left. Keep going through that combo. 3 moves, downward dog, plank, T opens right and left. In 3, 2, 1, plank, deep lunge, twisting reach towards the front leg, back to your plank, over to the other side for the same thing. So front knee bent, back leg straight. Couple more, really drop the hips, give me a big twist. In 5, 3, 2, 1, wrist stretches. Hands and knees, lean forward. See if you can put the weight onto your hands and then come back, fingertips face you as you lean back and you get a really good wrist stretch. Keep going, fingertips forward, leaning forward, fingertips back, leaning back. Now take the fingertips forward. We're gonna do cat to cow. So arch the back, look up at the ceiling, and then round the back Look at the legs. Take your time, make sure you're going through the full range of motion, really trying to loosen up your low back. In 3, 2, 1, child's pose to cobra. So sit right back onto your feet and then pull through, drop your hips, look up at the ceiling, feel that stretch in your low back. We'll go back and forth again, child's pose, and then drop the hips, take it forward. This time we're gonna push all the way back to a little crouch. So right up onto your toes, 3 pulse hamstring stretch. 3 little pulses, straighten the legs, stay as close to the floor as you can, and then just come back down. Do it again. One more time. And then come on up. All right, we are ready to get into it. Hopefully you're nice and warm. We've got a big circuit of duos. So I'm gonna give you 2 moves, and we're gonna do those moves back to back, no rest, 4 times through, and then they're done, we toss them, we move on to another duo. So for example, your first duo is cardio based. We're gonna do jumping jacks, just like you did in the warm up. You're gonna be right here for 20 seconds, and then right into a jog right here for 20 seconds. If you want low impact, you can march that jog or do like quick taps, like a little speed walk instead of jogging it. So jumping jacks 20 seconds, jog 20 seconds, over and over and over again. We ready? Make sure you have your space. Take a deep breath. Jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Jumping jacks. Breathe through it. Low impact, this is you. Just like we did in the warm-up, still taking the arms all the way overhead and down to your side, stepping 1 foot out at a time. In 5, 3, 2, 1, jog it out. Nice little jog in place, breathing, moving, low impact, this is you, marching, we're doing your quick taps. 10 seconds. We're gonna go back to the jumping jacks for round 2 of 4 in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tap those hands overhead, tap them to your sides. We wanna get that breath heavy, we wanna get sweaty right off the bat. 10 seconds down, 10 to go. In 5 seconds, back to that jog. 3, 2, 1, jog it out. Feeling that body, getting right into this workout. Hello to those calves. 10 seconds, then back to those jumping jacks. 2 rounds down already, 2 rounds to go. In 5, 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks. Keep that breath coming, keep that pace nice and consistent. In 10 seconds, back to that jog. Almost there. In 5, 3, 2, 1, jog it out. Whew, almost done at round 3. 1 more round to go. Whatever you have left in the tank, use it up in this last round. Big rest coming up after this one. In 8 seconds, back to jumping jacks. 5, 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks. Push yourself here at the end. That's halfway already. 10 down, 10 seconds to go. In 5, 3, 2, 1, jog it out. 20 seconds here. Then you've got 30 seconds of rest. And we get to move on, new duo. Halfway there, 10 more seconds. Keep those legs moving. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds, shake out your legs, catch your breath. Next duo, both low body. We're gonna do side lunges, but we're gonna stay low. So you're gonna come nice and wide, you're gonna bend one knee, stay low, shift to the other side. Back and forth, staying at the same level. Move 2, step a leg in, squats. 7 seconds. Once we get into it, I'll show you easier and harder. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Down, shift it over. Back and forth. Now this is kind of like middle. If this feels good, that's fine. Stay right here. If you want to make it harder, get lower, pop up on that heel. You can get real low, but just make sure that neutral spine is there. If you need to be higher, you can do that too. 3, 2, 1. Step a leg in, squats. Sully has brought us a toy. 12 seconds. Then round 1 is done, and we're ready for round 2. We know this squat form from our warm-up. We are sitting back on the heels. Knees are following the line of the toes. 3, 2, 1. Step it wide, bend, shift it, leg to leg. Now make it as easy or as hard as you want to, depending on how your body is feeling today. Play around with that range of motion. I threw your toy. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Let's see those squats. Down and up. I want you to get low in that squat, as low as you can with good form. And you should be feeling the glutes and the quads. 10 more seconds, then we're wide again. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Step it wide. Bend that knee. Shift it. Now, if you want to get even lower and pop up on that heel, or you want to stay higher, you do you. This is all about you and your body today. 10 seconds, then we're stepping it in for our squats. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Let's see those squats. Down and up. Make every rep count. Light those legs on fire. 10 seconds is gone. In 10, we're stepping it back out. 1 more round. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Step it wide. Last chance for these 2 moves. Get into it, staying at the same level as you shift from one knee bend to the other knee bend. In 7 seconds, bringing it back in for those squats. In 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Let me see that last set of squats. In 15 seconds, 30 seconds of rest, and then you get a new duo. 10 seconds, down and up, in 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds, next duo are actually the same move. We're just gonna do 2 variations. Alternating curtsy lunges, very similar to your skater steps in your warm-up, but the chest stays high instead of touching the floor. One leg crosses back. It's like a backwards lunge, but over to the side, hips forward. Move 2, same move, but we don't stand up in the middle. We find a squat in the middle. Here we go. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Cross it back. Now you can do whatever arms you like. You guys know me. I'm into my fancy speed skater Olympian arms. If you want to do hands on your hips, or you want to clasp them, or just let them hang, you're fine wherever. 5 seconds, same move, but staying low in 3, 2, 1. Stay low, find that squat, then over. Squat, then over. Low, even lower. Low, even lower. No standing up. In 10 seconds, back to that first version. So we get to straighten those legs. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Back to that first version. We should be really feeling the outer glutes, maybe a little bit of the quads too. We're already halfway there. In 10 seconds, stay low version. Doing great. We're getting there. 3, 2, 1. Stay low. Curtsy, squat, over to the other curtsy. No standing. Keeping those knees bent. Burning out those legs. In 8 seconds, we get to stand it up again. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Let's go, let's go. Keep that body moving. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. Chipping away at this duo. In 10 seconds, back to our stay low. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stay low. Squat it. Come on. Let those legs have it. We are here to work. And you're already halfway there. In 10 seconds, back to our stand-up version. 1 more time. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, up and down. Regular curtsy lunges. Find that mind muscle connection. Feel those outer glutes. 10 seconds down already. In 8 seconds, stay low. Then we finally get to rest. 3, 2, 1, stay low. Find that squat in the middle. 15 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, coming your way in 10. Come on, earn that rest. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds. Next duo is going to be very demanding on our quads. So we are going to do one hold and one is the move. We're going to do a chair hold, narrow stance, but as we come down, I want you to keep space between those knees. You're just going to extend the arms and you're going to hold in that chair sit for 20 seconds. Move 2, the same thing, but the up and down narrow squat version. So our hold is coming in 5, 3, 2, 1. Extend the arms shoulder height, sit it down. Now right away, we should feel those quads, little bit of those glutes. If you don't feel it, get lower. 10 seconds, then the up and down squat version. Keep that space in between your knees, no kissing at the bottom. 3, 2, 1, up and down. Keep those knees following the line of the toes so they go out, not in as you drop down. In 10 seconds, we're back to that hold. Keep that neutral spine, strong core supporting that back. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it. Stay down. 1 round down. 3 to go. I hope you're getting sweaty. I hope you can feel that body. 10 seconds, then up and down. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to stay in this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and down. Let's go right into those squats. Still dropping it nice and low for me. Still keeping the weight on your heels. And we are halfway there in 10 seconds. Back to that chair hold. 2 down, 2 to go. Crushing it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it. Whew. 20 seconds in here. Feels like 20 years. But we only have 12 seconds to go. Now just 10, getting closer and closer. Just take a couple deep breaths. Then back to those narrow squats in 5, 3, 2, 1, up and down. Let's get it. Yes, all about those quads. Little bit of those glutes burning too. 12 seconds, 1 more round to get through. In 8 seconds, back to that chair hold. In 5, 3, 2, 1, hold it. Stay low for me. Play around with that depth. See if you can drop an extra, like half an inch. We're already halfway there in 10 seconds. Narrow squats. 1 more deep breath. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Come on, that rest is coming in 18 seconds. Now just 15 seconds. Down and up. In 10. In 7. In 5. 3, 2, 1. Rest. 30 seconds. Next duo, all about the core and the cardio. We're going to do a plank into burpees. So you're going to hold your plank on your hands and your toes. 20 seconds. Then you're going to jump or step in and up for your burpees, okay? Low impact, exact same thing. You can make the plank easier by doing it on your knees. I'll show both versions. We've got 8 seconds. Plank, hands and toes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank. Hands stacked under the shoulders, core nice and tight, head in line with the spine. I want you lifting up from the pelvic floor, wrapping those obliques around to tap the belly button. Now, if this feels like too much, drop to your knees, relax the feet, lean forward so the hips are in front of the knees. 3, 2, 1. Burpees. Jump in and up. Right back to that plank. Right back in and up. Keep going if this feels good. Low impact. This is you. Step it back. Step it in. Stand. If you're stepping, alternate which foot is leading. In 3, 2, 1. Back to that plank. 1 round down, 3 to go. Focus on that breath. In 10 seconds, back to those burpees, whichever version works best for you, high impact or low. 5, 3, 2, 1. In and up. Come on. Nice, consistent pace. Getting that cardio in. Getting sweaty. Letting that breath get heavy. 7 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank. 2 down, 2 to go. Feeling the shoulders, feeling the abs here. In 10 seconds, back to those burpees. At least it takes some pressure away from those wrists and shoulders. In 3, 2, 1. In and up. Try to jump the feet out wide like you would come into a squat stance. Heels on the floor. 10 seconds down, 10 to go. We only have 1 more round to get through. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank. Last set. Make it count. Remember, if you're on your knees, that the hips are in front of the knees. 5 seconds, burpees coming up. 3, 2, 1. Jumper step, in and up. Come on. Rest coming in 15. Now just 12. Now just 10. See if you can squeeze in at least 2 more. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 30 seconds. Next duo, we're going to be on the floor. So we're going to do kneeling squats and kneeling good mornings. If you have knee issues, you can do both of these things standing instead of in a kneel. So seated on your feet, knees kind of out in a V. We're just going to come up and down, squeezing the glutes together, pushing the hips forward. Second move, we're up, hinging at the hips, sending the butt back, leaning the chest forward, and then squeeze to come back up. Ready, set, let's go. Kneeling squats to start. So on this one, chest stays high, eyes forward the whole time. But we're not just coming up onto a kneel and down. I want you to actively engage those glutes, squeeze them together, push the hips forward. In 5 seconds, kneeling good mornings. 3, 2, 1. Stay up on the knees, hinge at the hips, send the butt back, take the chest forward with a nice flat back. Only come down as far as you can with control. We should be feeling the low back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Kneeling squats, down and up. So if you have knee problems and coming down on your knees is not comfy, you can do the standing version. So you just do regular squats right now. And then in 8 seconds, when we do kneeling good mornings, you just do the same thing standing. In 3, 2, 1. Send those hips back, hinge at the hips, squeeze the glutes to come back up. I'm going to go from the side so you can see me a little better. 8 seconds, feeling that low back, those glutes, those hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. Down and up, kneeling squats. Squeeze those glutes, push those hips forward. We are way more than halfway through this entire circuit. We are very close to tossing all these moves away. 5 seconds, then you're kneeling good mornings. 3, 2, 1, hinge it. See how far you can come down, facing that floor with control. In 10 seconds, back to those kneeling squats. One last time. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Drop the butt, sit it up. Squeeze the glutes together, push those hips forward. Keep that core nice and strong. In 10 seconds, back to your kneeling good mornings. This move is awesome for the glutes and the hips. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hinge it. Send the hips back. In 10 seconds, you get to rest. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Next duo, you're gonna do a hovering bear hold. So we're gonna put our hands underneath our shoulders and the knees are underneath our hips. We're on all fours. You're gonna tuck your toes under so you can squeeze and lift the knees just like an inch above the floor, okay? So back is nice and flat, core is tight, and see how the knees are just a little bit off the floor. That's move 1. You're just gonna hold that for 20 seconds. If it feels like too much, come down, take a breath, come back. Move 2, from here, you're gonna step it in to a bottom squat. That's your second move. You're just gonna hold that position. Ready? Hovering bear hold in 3, 2, 1, come on up. Core is tight. Now, don't be fooled. This is such a hard move. It's really demanding on the quads, which we've already done a lot of, and it's also very demanding on the core. In 7 seconds, we're stepping it in for a bottom squat hold. 3, 2, 1, step it in, get those heels on the floor nice and wide, drop the butt, chest high, right into that bottom squat. We're just hanging here. In 12 seconds, stepping it back into your hovering bear. We want to make sure we're alternating which foot is coming up to go into the squat. So on the next one, try to do the other leg. 3, 2, 1, bring it back. Right into hovering bear. Knees are like an inch or 2 inches off the floor, somewhere where your back can be nice and flat. 10 seconds. In 7 seconds, step in with the other leg for your bottom squat. 3, 2, 1, step it in, drop the butt, chest high. If you're not feeling it, you know what I'm gonna say. Get lower, engage those glutes, engage those quads. The burn is so real. In 10 seconds, 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. We're getting there. In 5, 3, 2, 1, you know what's happening. Right back into hovering bear. Now, if it gets to be too much, you know the drill. You're just gonna drop the knees, you're gonna shake out the wrist, whatever is giving you trouble for that 20-second hold. Take a breath and come right back. In 7 seconds, step in for that bottom squat hold. 3, 2, 1, step it in. Heels on the floor, knees following the line of the toes, neutral spine. So we're not rounded over, we're nice and flat. In 10 seconds, back to that hovering bear hold. How those quads holding up? Mine are shaking. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, bring it back. One more time. We got this. Hands underneath the shoulders, head in line with the spine, flat back, knees just above the floor. In 8 seconds, step it in, squat hold in 5, 3, 2, 1, bring it in, hold that squat. Rest is coming up in 15 seconds. Earn that rest. Whew, my sweat is really starting now. 10 seconds. Let's see if we can drop just a little bit here for the last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Shake out those legs. We're actually gonna come all the way down on the floor. For the next duo, we're gonna do some abs. So you're gonna lay totally flat, okay? Legs out straight, laying down. You're gonna squeeze the abs, lift up and in, let the breath out to come all the way up in a full extension sit up to tap the feet. If that's too much for you, I want you to either crunch it, so don't come all the way up, just do a little crunching down, or use the arms to get you up and control the deficit. So really slow down that drop. Move to bicycles. You can do both legs off, opposite elbow to knee, or easier version, lay flat, bring one knee up at a time. You ready, set, let's go. Full extension sit-ups. So really squeeze those abs and let that breath out to lift you. Make sure the core is what's initiating that sit-up. We're not using the momentum from our arms. We're not releasing the feet off the floor to come up. 3, 2, 1. Bicycles, you can take both legs off, one knee in, then the other. Take your time, make sure you can connect or come as close as you can to connecting with the opposite arm and leg. I'm gonna go from the side so you can see me a little better. I don't know if that helps because the dark door is behind me. Easier version, right here. 3, 2, 1, full extension sit-ups, 1 round down, 3 rounds to go, guys. All the way up, tap the feet, all the way back down, laying flat. And we are using that breath. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Bicycles, so both feet off or feet down. One leg comes in at a time, but still, whatever version you're doing, I want you to try to take that opposite elbow right across the body. See if you can connect with that knee. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Full extension sit-ups all the way up, all the way down. 2 rounds are down, 2 rounds still to go. Lift up and in, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, bicycles. Still using that breath. So as that knee comes in, let that breath go out. 10 seconds, then back to those full extension sit-ups. In 5, 3, 2, 1, feet down, sit it up, and back down, finding that burn in that core. 10 seconds, then we're going back to those bicycles one last time, then we get a nice big rest. In 3, 2, 1, bicycles. 15 seconds. If you're noticing any coning, so like the center line of your stomach is kind of bulging out, or your stomach is looking different at the easy part of the move versus the hard part of the move, then you want to modify and make it easier. 3, 2, 1, rest. Awesome job. Shake it out. Grab a quick sip of water, nothing too big, or you're going to feel it in your belly for what's coming up next, which is we are repeating all of the moves we just did, but 1 time. So you went through every single duo 4 times. Now we just have to do each duo 1 time, no rest, and then we're done in the circuit. So catch your breath, little sip of water, and then we're all the way back at that very first move, which is jumping jacks. You still have 12 seconds, so take like a few deep breaths, relax the limbs. Here we go, jumping jacks. In 5, 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks, arms all the way up, all the way down. Low impact, this is you. In 10 seconds, we're gonna jog. 7 seconds, 5, 3, 2, 1, jog it out. Low impact, this is you, or here. In 10 seconds, we're gonna go nice and wide, side lunges, the ones where we stay low. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, nice and wide, bend one knee, shift over. Whew, those legs are so done after all this work, but here's the great news. This is a long circuit. You've already been through 27 minutes. You have a little over 4 minutes to go. In 5 seconds, leg in, squats. 3, 2, 1, bring it in, squats, down and up. This is gonna be a doozy on those legs with all these moves back to back, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna struggle together. In 8 seconds, alternating curtsy lunges, the ones where you get to stand up in the middle. 3, 2, 1, alternating curtsy lunges, regular version, so we get to straighten the legs before we switch to the other side. 10 seconds down, 10 to go. I think we know what's coming. Our stay low version. In 5, 3, 2, 1, stay low. No standing up in the middle. Now we find that squat hold in the middle. In 10 seconds, we're gonna do a chair hold. Hello to those quads. In 3, 2, 1, chair hold. I told you these leg moves back to back were gonna be so challenging, but we're almost there. Keep those shoulders down and back, keep some space in between those knees. In 7 seconds, narrow squats. 5, 3, 2, 1, up and down. There we go. Moving that body. In 12 seconds, we're gonna find a plank, hands and toes. In 8. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Find that plank, hands and toes. Holding on to those abs. In 12 seconds, we're going into burpees. Jump it or step it. In and up. In 7. In 5. 3, 2, 1. In and up. Then jump it back. And right back in. Low impact. This is you. Same thing. Just stepping, but alternating which foot is coming up first. 10 seconds, then kneeling squats. In 5, 3, 2, 1, kneeling squats. Knees out in sort of like a little bit of a V, just like shoulder width or a little bit wider, like your regular squat. But the feet can be together. And then in 10 seconds, kneeling good mornings. In 5, 3, 2, 1, hinge, send the butt back, look at that floor, then back up. The good thing about having no rest is that it goes by real quick. We only have 90 seconds left, 4 moves to go. In 5 seconds, hovering bear hold. 3, 2, 1, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift those knees just above the floor. Last 2 moves for the low body. In 10 seconds, stepping it in for your squat hold. In 5, 3, 2, 1, bring it in. Hold that squat, drop the butt, chest high. In 15 seconds, lay flat on your back, full extension sit-ups. 10 more seconds here. Let's see if we can drop it a little bit lower. Stay there for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your back, full extension sit-ups. All the way up, all the way down. Remember, your modified version is either turning it into a crunch or using your arms to help you up, and then controlling the drop. So taking your time, slow and controlled on the way back down. In 5 seconds, into bicycles. 3, 2, 1, bicycles. Opposite elbow to knee. Nice twist across, feeling those obliques. Modification, feet on the floor, one knee comes in. And if you can't touch, that's totally fine. Just come as close as you can to connecting. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Catch your breath, grab a sip of water. All right, it is time to stretch. So let's grab that shoulder across your body. Nice big hug, but keep the shoulder down away from the ear and just release any tension in those arms. I know there's probably a lot, so give yourself some time, breathe into it. And then in 5 seconds, we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. 3, 2, 1, open it up, hug on the other side. Again, keeping that shoulder away from your ear, so keep it down, but give it a nice big pull, a nice big hug across your body. And then in 10 seconds, we're gonna stretch out the quad. So if you've got great balance, awesome, you're good wherever. If you need a wall, start shuffling on over. In 3, 2, 1, quad stretch. So bring your foot up to your butt. You can always hold on to a wall or a chair or something for support. If you have 2 hands, you might want to use both. We did so many quad moves today with those chair holds, the narrow squats, the stay low curtsy lunges, the hovering bear. So give yourself another 3, 2, 1, and then switch it. Same thing. Bring that foot up to your butt as close as you can. If this is not a comfy stretch for you, if you cannot get your foot up to your butt, that's totally fine. What you can actually do is set your foot on like a chair or a couch or something, and that will give you a bit of this same stretch. 3, 2, 1, hip. So we're gonna go back to that first leg, cross it over, supporting leg bends. If you need that wall, use it. If you're not using the wall, I want you to pull your foot up higher. So I'm pushing my knee away and I'm pulling my foot up, and I can feel the hip of my crossed over leg like crazy. In 5, 3, 2, 1, or I lost my balance. And then switch. Same thing, so the supporting leg is bent. We're in like a little bit of a demi squat, pushing that knee away, pulling that foot up if you have a spare hand. And then in 5 seconds, we're gonna stretch out the inner thighs and the hips. 3, 2, 1, come super wide into like a plie squat stance, toes turned out. Bend the knees and use your elbows or your hands to push your knees back so we feel like an amazing inner thigh stretch from all those side lunges. Stay there for 8 more seconds, then we're gonna shift to one side into a deep lunge. In 3, 2, 1, take one knee over to the floor, twist towards this front knee, lean into it, and you should be able to feel this back hip or quad. If this is not comfy on your back knee, take a little towel or something to give yourself a little support. In 5 seconds, we're gonna shift to the other side. 3, 2, 1, shift on over. So take your back knee down, lean into it, and we again are feeling this back, hip, and quad. And if your front leg is like this, you probably want to walk it out a little bit. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take both knees back, tuck the toes under. Let's go into downward dog. So just reach through those heels. Feel that stretch all along the back of the legs. Release any tension in your back and your hamstrings, all those good mornings. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna walk the hands and the feet together. Just hang here, loosen up those hamstrings a little bit more. If you wanna make it harder, grab the backs of your heels or legs, pull yourself in, and then gently roll yourself up. We are done. Great job. Thank you so much for sweating with me.